Hello and welcome to the IN2G show. I'm Luke White.
And I'm Sun Shyne.
I'm so glad to see you here.
I decided not to quit.
Thank you so much. But that brings us to an important point. What are the best ways to resign? In an article recently, we read that people are resigning from their jobs in the most elaborate and spectacular ways. One man by the name of Chris Holmes actually decided to leave his job working at Stansted to become a baker. And so, how did he choose to let his company know? He baked them a lovely cake, and in the icing, he just laid out the reasons why he was leaving.
That sounds delicious. Delicious, you know?
Wow. So, yeah, and then there's been other people who have left. One man in particular left Goldman Sachs.
The big banking company, right?
Big banking company in the most fantastic way. And that was by... Sorry, I'm still stuck on the delicious comment. That was...
Well, I'll take over then, Luke.
Okay, go ahead.
But he left Goldman Sachs by writing a letter in a newspaper and saying the reason why I'm leaving Goldman Sachs is because they were saying they put in the money before the clients, and people in the workplace were calling the clients muppets. And he was just kind of saying there was no respect, and what he thought the job was going to be about, it wasn't about.
I mean, I've worked in customer service, and let me say, most customers, they are muppets. But apart from that, it raises an interesting point that what encourages people to stay in their jobs? I mean, we heard from this man that, you know, he was willing to leave because basically the bottom line, profit, was the most important thing.
And Goldman Sachs is a massive company. People who get into that, I would say, are probably not getting into it to kind of make banking better, but because it makes a lot of money. When you hear about the bonuses that bankers are getting, it's like a 23 million, things like that when you're at the top. Yeah. But they're getting a lot of money. So people who get into Goldman Sachs, and other resignations letters that we saw were for people who were directors, CEOs, and a lot of them were leaving because they're saying it's not about the money, it's not about the perks. They're saying they don't agree with what's going on in the organisation. People are being put behind money. So...
Interesting. Research suggests that the main way to keep employees is by recognizing them, by giving them recognition for a job well done. So I just want to take this time to say, Sun Shyne, you're a wonderful presenter. You're better than you was yesterday, but not as good as you will be tomorrow.
And Luke, I just want to say thank you. And what that made us think, though, about the topic of recognition is how are we going to apply that in our churches? And one thing that Luke and I were kind of throwing back at each other is that you'll commonly have people who are going to be the youth leader or the music leader or even the pastor, the choir leader. Mm-hmm. And what happens is there's a very high turnover for these people.
There is.
And a lot of them become burnt out. And when they are burnt out, what they say is, well, when I left, they found someone to just replace me. It wasn't about me. It was about filling the post.
It's true. No one's irreplaceable. That seems to be the motto in the church. And, you know...
Even the pastor.
You know, sometimes we're happy when the pastor leaves. But anyway, it's a whole other subject. So the fact of the matter remains that, you know, many of you who are watching this are quite young, maybe thinking about your profession, maybe thinking about your lifestyle path, what you're going to choose, you know, what you want to do as a career. And I would like to say, think hard, think long and hard, because these resignation letters and the people who have written these letters prove the fact that it's not about the money. We don't need your money. You can tell I was meant to be a singer. But anyway, what we can clearly see is not about money, yeah? It's about recognition. So when you're choosing your pathway or whatever in university or whatever, thinking, all right, I'm going to do this big degree because at the end of the day, when I come out of this,
I want to get my house.
I need to work for this big company. We're seeing that, you know...
A lot of them are quitting to just do something that they actually love, which might not have been a lot of money, becoming a baker, but... They're saying, you know, it's better to have kind of internal satisfaction rather than a financial one, because finance doesn't keep you really warm at night.
So the fact of the matter is, what is your passion? Like, we want to encourage everyone who's watching this to really think about what is your passion? What do you love to do? If you had all the money in the world, how would you spend your time? What do you love to do? And people say, you know, what I love to do, I could never make money. But come on, look at people like Oprah. She decided that she liked talking to people. And now she's what? A billionaire?
Part of the $1 billion club, yeah.
You know what I mean? And other people who, or even other people closer to home, Graham Norton and all these people who just decided, what, I want to talk to people and make people laugh, and now they're getting paid big bucks. So never think, that your passion is something that, you can't get paid for. I believe there is a way. So I just want to encourage you, figure out what is your passion. And then once you figured it out, let us know here at IN2G. Get us on Twitter at IN2G, write on our Facebook page, or comment on this video on YouTube. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel. I'm Luke White.
And I'm Sun Shyne.
And we're encouraging you to live a better life.